Hola amigos, bien o no, y saludos desde Inglaterra. Hoy yo quiero compartir un método para ayudarnos a practicar nuestra voz para leer en voz alta. Ese es para leer algo en un tema que normalmente tú no sabes nada, que no es el tipo del libro o tema que normalmente tú estás leyendo, algo totalmente nuevo, con nuevas ideas y también nuevo vocabulario. Y la idea por eso es no esencial para aprender mucho vocabulario, para mirar si tú puedes leer bien o no en voz alta, solo para entender las reglas de las letras, para decir. So ese es el tema de hoy. So, hello again from England. Today I'm going to share with you a way of reading to help us practice really not just so much our fluency but also our ability to read aloud in a novel way by picking something on a topic that you don't know anything about. So the idea of this is not necessarily to improve your fluency because you're looking for useful vocabulary. This is turning this idea on its head a little bit. This is reading something on a topic you don't normally use, are not familiar with, but gives you lots of new words to read. This is to check that you are able to use the clues in the writing, the punctuation, for example, to help you pace your reading and see how you get on with combinations of new sounds, because this is another way for looking at what sounds for you are difficult or easy. So I'm going to illustrate this with a reading from this marvellous book, Applied Mathematics Made Simple, on a topic I know nothing about, which is machines and how they work, or at least how they work mathematically. But notice in this reading there's an awful lot of an interesting sound combination, the p and t sounds, which will be a good way to practice this, because now I can focus on the sounds as well as the words, because I'm not necessarily reading this to become an expert on applied mathematics, but I am reading this to see if I can read the words clearly. Well, let's have a go. The principle of work for machines in which the weight of the moving parts is ignored states that the work done on the machine by the effort, input, is equal to the work done by the force applied by the machine, output. For a lever used in the manner of the examples above, the principle of work is true. But in the majority of machines, a large percentage of the input is wasted on internal frictional forces, in which case the principle is restated to suggest that the work done on the machine by the effort, input, is equal to the work done by the force applied by the machine, output, plus the work done by the internal resistance forces of the machine. Unless we are dealing with the ideal frictionless machine, this means that the input is always greater than the output. Okay, now, has this made me an expert on machines and their mathematical workings? No. But has it given my voice a good test to see if I can read a text with completely new words in very unusual combinations for me, because it's a topic I don't know really anything about. Can I do that? Yes. So again, this is to show you that you don't necessarily need access to ideal reading material. Pretty much anything you have that's written in English, you can read and use as a way to practice and improve your pronunciation. Even something like this type of textbook, which isn't really written for you to use in this way. This is designed for people who understand mathematics and to get better at it. But it is written in English, and therefore you can use it to help you practice your ability to read clearly all the different sounds. And remember, there are 44 phonetic sounds in English. So the more practice you get, the better you're going to be. And sometimes picking very unusual texts, things that really you don't know anything about, you don't have to worry so much about whether you've understood this thing technically, because it's not an exercise of translation or trying to, I need to understand the topic. You can use it literally just as like a sound practice. So try it. Don't be put off because, I haven't got any other books to read. Sometimes you don't need to. Sometimes you can use something that looks quite dry, like this. Although I may say this is an excellent book on the subject of mathematics, if that's what you're looking to learn about. But because most of the description is given in English, you can just use this description as a way to practice your reading voice and get used to how you cope with all the different, say, 44 phonetic sounds that we have in the language. So, okay, it's an unusual one, but try it. See if it works for you. Déjame saber en los comentarios, como siempre. But for now, we'll say cheerio.